All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about ready to start. The first pitch is done and underway. Maybe. All right. So, quite a few changes for SSG and for LG since I streamed them last. Che Ji-hoon up at the top of the lineup. Che Junu in left for SSG. Che Jung made his return yesterday. Actually, first first at bat he had was a 2-run shot that ended up winning LG the game. Also, you have Kim Sung Hyun over at second base and Kim Soo Yoon over at third, and Shin Bum Soo catching. So a lot of new names and new faces. LG also has some changes. Uh, they have Park Hae-min is not in the lineup. Neither is Shin Min Jae or Moon Sung Ju. Now you have Gubon Hyaka, Son Young Jun, and in center field you've got Song Chan Yi, Im Jong Chan or Im Chang Gyu on the mound for LG, having a good season this year. He's slowed down a little bit, took his first loss. Stay up a little bit. Well, there you go. Perfect. So, first pitch in there, and it's a strike at the top of the zone, and we are underway. Stay up for a little bit, see how the game goes, and see if it's a decent one. So, Che Ji Hoon average up to 320 now as that misses low when it's 1-1. The game I was originally going to do was the Hanwha and Kia game, but it was rained out, so that's going to be chopped foul, and it's 1-2. So tomorrow I will do the Hanwha versus Kia game instead of the SSG versus LG game. I was wanting to do the LG game as their new foreign arm was scheduled to start, but I can't pass up a chance to do Ponce and Nail, the two best starting pitchers in the league, two of the guys vying for the MVP of March and April. All righty, here comes the 1-2 pitch to Che Ji-hoon. Sets up on the outside, misses inside, and he pops it up, but it gets out of play, and it stays 1-2. The yeah, the again Monday is Children's Day here in Korea, which means that that is in the dirt 2-2 now, which means oftentimes these teams have different little activities. Children's Day is the second biggest day of the season for these teams. Opening day being the first. Children's Day would be the second. As that is a pitch way up in the zone, but popped up Austin under it, and that's one away. I apologize to everyone that has to listen to the regular soup broadcast because you have to listen to the most boring announcer. I can hear him in my head, and I already want to fall asleep. I don't remember who it is. He's an Australian guy is that misses outside, and it's 1-0. Che Junu, 244 on the season. Has not played very much. Again, SSG is trying to do something to find some offense. As that misses low, and now it's 2. The telescope lens, not a telephoto lens, a telescopal lens. First in the vertical. Congratulations, sir. Is that is a strike right down the middle. Yeah, it's a 2-1. And outside and up high, and it's one strike, 3 ball. Yeah, I'm not sure. Calum, something like that. This is the 3-1 pitch, and that is in there for a strike. And we've got ourselves our first full count. It did take a whole 2 batters to get there, but we are there. Oh, they got bunch of lefties in the lineup today to go against Im Jong-gyu, who catches him looking at a pitch that just barely caught the bottom of the zone, and that is two away. Trying to finish getting my stuff all. I had to do so many changes that all my prep was kind of thrown out of the window. Was it Shea Jung looks at ball one? 1 for 3 yesterday, but again, the 2-run shot in his first at bats, and it wasn't a bad pitch either. It was up around the letters, but he just went up and got it, and that is up high too, and it's 2-0. So I'm sure SSG is super happy to have him back. And I'm sure SSG fans are also super happy to have him back and swing and a miss there, and it's 2-1. Curveball just drops out of the bottom. Yoon Chang-gyu, fastball most of the time, 35% of the time, and then a curveball 30% of the time. Other than that, a changeup 25% of the time. Just throws a slider 8 or 9% of the time. So he's mainly a three-pitch pitcher. As Pak Dong-won sets up on the outside, and he hits it right there, and it's 2-2. 17 pitches. He averages 15 per inning. And here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss as it drops out of the zone, and that's will be 3 away on the strikeouts. We'll go to the bottom of this first. 1-2-3 goes da, 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 Landers. No pit, no hits. He almost got the ball out of the infield. I almost got the ball out of the infield, guys. Oh, Kia needs to invest in a lot of things. Yeah, the fact that that stadium is 10 years old and has the worst drainage. I mean, it's worse than Hanwha's stadium that was 60 years old. Oh. All right, Kim Kwon-hyun out on the mound. Will he be able to pitch today? Is the question. He has not pitched well this season. Last year, the worst season in his career, a 4.93 ERA, was 12-10. This year, oh well, it's only been worse. You have to take LG. One, they're home. Two, Kim Hwan Hyun has not pitched well this season. A 5.30 ERA. He's 1-4 in his 7 games. 16 walks, 34 strikeouts. So he's still striking out almost a pitcher or a batter an inning, but they're hitting 310 against him. He's given up 4 home runs already this season. His last outing, he went to 3.1 innings. He just has not been good against LG. He has not been good. Last year in his games against LG, he pitched 5 games against LG. He was 1-3 with an ERA of 9. So, uh man, it's yeah. The thing with the over unders on this is SSG's offense is awful. LG's offense is pretty good, but they've also lost 5 in a row because they can't score suddenly. So you know, I don't want to say either way. As Hong Chang-gi looks at a strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Yeah, if you're doing overs, I'd go to the NC Lotte game, as that is up high 1-1. They've both got Lotte's got a bullpen pitcher starting, and NC has their number 5 hitter, as that is in the dirt, and it's 2-1. Kim Won Hyun, again, he has just struggled. There's nothing else to say except that he has struggled. He started even his spring was really, really bad. As that's going to be a ground ball right back up the middle, and their first batter is already on base. Trying to figure out what that is that supposed to be like an In and Out burger worker or something? Or no, that's LG. So I have no idea what that is, but we do have a hit already, and Kim Hyun Soo will step in. Hong Chang-gi over at first. You always have to watch out for LG trying to steal. Shin Bom Soo behind the mound or behind the plate that is in the dirt, and it's 1-0. Kim Hyun Soo at 301 on the season. I'm just I just don't have there's no information whatsoever on Shin Bum Soo. He's played in 8 games, but he only has 4 hits. So mainly he's come in to play defense, I guess, as that is way up high, and now it's 2-0. Just have to think that you know, SSG has so many injuries already on the season. All righty, here comes the 2-0 pitch. Misses upstairs, and now it's 3-0. Solid looking uniforms by the LG fans there. All righty, here comes the 3-0 pitch. He catches one down the middle, and it's 3-1. Oh, his last outing, which is just a week ago on Sunday, he did not pitch well. 3.1 innings. He threw 84 pitches, gave up 9 hits and a home run, as that is going to be a liner to the second baseman, and that's 1 away. Ripped hard, but right at the second baseman, and 1 away. Gave up 7 runs in 3.1 innings in his last start. The start before that against KT, he also lost. He ended up giving up 5 runs, 4 of them earned in 5.2 innings, as he gave up 10 hits. So not a lot. Not a lot of great pitching in the SSG starting rotation. That brings up Austin, a 306 on the season so far. And the check over to first. He easily walks back. And LG loves to steal. That is their thing. They love to attempt steals. Let me correct that. And that is in there for a strike. Just catches the outside corner, and it's 0-1. And he waited on it and waited on it, but fouls it away. And so on, too. The slow curveball there. 117 on the gun. Throws that curveball about 18% of the time. Throws his slider most of the time. 41% of the time he's going to throw that slider, and then a 4-seamer 24% of the time off of that. So here comes the 0-2 pitch in the dirt. Just got a piece of it, apparently, as it stays in there. Austin, ding ding. All righty, the 0-2 once again. He catches him looking at it, just backdoors the old slider, and that's 2 away. I wonder if they played together. Austin Dean was in the Cardinals organization. Obviously, Kim Kwon Hyun also in the Cardinals organization. I'm not sure if they played together at all. But Moon Bo-kyung steps in, but they check over on Hong Chang-gi. Moon Bo-kyung has cooled off after his hot start. And the pitch catches the bottom of the zone, and I keep hitting the pitches on Im Chang-gyu, who has not thrown 20 pitches. There we go. Now it's right. All right. It's Hong Yong-gi still over at first. Sets up way on the outside. Misses wide, and it's 1-1. 302 on the season for Moonbo Young versus SSG, hitting a very lovely 77. Where are you at? Are you outside? Are you in Korea or outside of Korea? And that pops him up. Shortstop and third baseman. Shortstop calls off the third baseman, and that will be 3 away. A leadoff single, but nothing after that. As we'll go to the second inning, it's 0-0. If you are outside of Korea, that you can watch for free on souplive.com. SOOPLIVE.com. The official international broadcasting rights of the KBO. You will have Korean announcers, though. It's the same broadcast that I watch here in Korea. So it will be in Korean, so you'll have to understand Korean, or you can watch that and listen to me on your phone or whatever, and it times up fairly nicely. And if that is the case, then you can just watch that one and listen to this. Im Chang-gyu will come back out. Oops, wrong one. We'll have the no problem. All right, Han Yu-sum steps in, the number 4 hitter. 2 strikeouts in the first inning for Im Chang-gyu. 18 pitches, 2 strikeouts. He started out a little rough as he was struggling a little with the old strikey zone, but he has brought himself back, and he'll face the 4, 5, 6 hitters to start the second inning. There we go, second inning. All right, first pitch is in the dirt, and it's 1-0. Han Yu-sum, 229 on the season, does have 1 home run. He is he's an older guy that is just at the twilight of his career, as that is ripped into the gap as Hong Chang-gi tries to chase it down, takes a bad angle, and Han Yu-sum will have himself a leadoff double for the SSG Landers. Big leadoff double. Just as I talk about him being in the twilight of his career, he decides to stroke one into the gap. Hong Chang-gi, an awful, awful angle there. All right, that brings up Go Myung-jun. Go Myung-jun, the young first baseman, having a pretty decent year for him. 294 on the season, and the first pitch is magically caught by Pak Dong-won. He grabbed it, thought it got away from him, and started to get up, but then realized it was actually in his glove. Go Myung-jun finally getting a start over at first, finally getting his first year as a full-time starter, and he is doing something with it finally. So SSG has a lot of young talent. They are one of the oldest teams in the league. Thank you, Ricks. As that is ripped foul, and the ball boy will show off his skills, and it's 1-2. So SSG is one of the oldest teams in the league, but they do have some young talent that is done well for small parts of a season. but they don't have anybody that does well and continues to do well as he pops that one up. A left fielder, Kim Hyun Soo, under it, and that will be one away. So it can their young guys put things together is going to be the big question, and it's part of the reason why they are struggling so much on the season is they've been well obviously injuries. Che Jung just now came back at the all-time KBO hit or home run king. Finally came back. Already as outs. McBroom has come in, but he strikes out so much he's not in the lineup today. As Hak Sung Han steps in at 204 on the season for him. And again, another guy that has played really well, but this year he just is not hitting a 204 on the season out of a guy that normally hits a 270. Plays really good as shortstop, but when you can't hit, it's difficult to be in the lineup unless you play in Dejan. And then they love shortstops that can't hit. And the 2-0 misses outside again, and it's 3-0. Struggling with his command today. That curveball breaking out. He's not able to get much over besides a fastball. Have to imagine that he is going to be sitting waiting, and the 3-0 misses low, and that's ball four. Four pitches, four balls, one walk. Runners on first and second with just one out. That brings up Kim Sung Hyun, the second baseman. Bat looks like it's bigger than him, and a beautiful curveball in there for a strike. Finally gets a strike. 278 on the season. Again, he's hitting 278, but he only has 15 hits, so he's probably only played in 15 games, 16 games. As the 0-1 pitch, curveball chops it to the third baseman, throws it to second, and that will be a 5-4-3 double play to end the top half. They get a leadoff double and a walk, but double play ends the threats, and we go to the bottom of the second. Gotta love it. Over two with runners on base. Over two with runners in scoring position. Got a who's the soccer match between? 12 pitches in that inning for Im Chang Gyu. And a leadoff double, but they get nothing. The story of their season, really. Wow. Yeah. Runners on first and second, and he grounds into a very lovely 5-4-3 double play. Oh, la, la, la. Power. Korean commercials. All right. All right, here we go. Kim Kwon Hyun back out. He gave up a leadoff single, but 0 for 3 after that for LG. Park Dong Won will lead things off. The the backstop for the Twins. And looks at strike one at the bottom of the zone. All right, I'm back. And the 0-1 pitch, a big curveball that just doesn't quite curve enough. And it's 1-1. 306 on the season. He has 7 home runs, leading the charge of the backstops. Swing and a miss there. And it's 1-2. Mr. Full Swing is what it says on his elbow guard. Lately, he's just been called Tuna, though. Okay. All right, the 1-2 pitch sets up and throws it in the dirt, and it's 2-2. Try to get him to chase on that. The catcher, a very strange way to set up. His body's in the middle of the plate, but his glove is over on the inside corner. And he swings at a pitch down in the zone, and that will be 2 away. Second strikeout of the day for Kim Kwan Hyun. And that brings up the number 7 hitter, OG Wan. Sorry, the number 6 hitter, OG Wan. And OG Wan looks at a ball way up in the zone, and it's 1-0. 264 on the season for the shortstop, with 3 home runs, having a much better season this year than last, and looks at ball 2, misses outside, 2-0. Hitting 450 on Saturdays. And the 2-0, it check swing, but he fouls it off the end of the bat, and it's 2-1. It was a ball, but the check swing ruined that. Lotte's already given up 3 runs in so far. As that swing and a miss at a pitch that was nowhere near the strike zone. I still have no idea what those LG Twins uniforms are supposed to be. They look like something out of a really bad 1980s clown kids show. All right, the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at another slider off the plate. Strikeouts number 3, and that is 2 away. Way out in front. All right, that brings up Song Chan-ee, 257 on the season. Looks at strike 1 on the inside. Yeah, we'll see how long it lasts. Again, he has not pitched well this season. That misses way outside, and it's 1-1. Third inning and fourth inning. So he usually pitches well, and then the third inning and fourth inning is just not pretty. As that bounces about 40 feet, and it's 2-1. This is the former Cardinals starter. But in the third inning, that's foul, and a 2-2. So in the third inning, opponents hit 308 against him. In the fourth inning, opponents hit 424 against him. So the first 2 innings, it's okay, but once he gets to the third and fourth, it's pretty rough. Yeah. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. Catches him looking at the bottom of the zone, and 3 strikeouts in the inning will end it. We'll go to the third inning. It's 0-0. Oops, wrong pitch. Wrong pitch. A little nice little pitchers duel quickly. I was muted. That I would love to be able to stream them also, but unfortunately, since I live in Korea, I can't. I have to be able to use Soup Stream in order to stream on the Soup platform. But because I live in Korea, I can't legally have the Soup platform stream. So we will have the what do we got? Number 8 hitter. As I check my notes here. I hope I'm not muted still, as that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Shinbom Su 250 on the season for the SSG backstop. And here comes the 0-1 pitch outside, 1-1. All right, Pak Dong-man sets up on the outside and just misses. Then it's 2-1. And the 2-1, that is lifted. A third baseman under it, and 2 away, 1 away. Brings up the old number 9 hitter, Kim Soo Yoon. Like I said if you want an over game, you got to take the NC and Lotte game, as that is in the dirt, and it's 1-0. 200 on the season for the third baseman of today. And a beautiful, beautiful curveball in there for a strike as it drops in. Man, I think about it on the weekends, but when the 1-1 is in there for a strike and it's 1-2. I don't know what bets, I don't know what they are. And I don't want to give people advice on bets because the 1-2 swing and a miss, and that is a strikeout number 3, out number 2, and they'll flip the lineup back over. Yeah, there we go. Kiwi's gonna start coming over. He can use all my streaming equipment. He'll do a game for you, as that is in the dirt, and it's 1-0. 안녕하세요. Ooh, ooh, just missed. I thought that was gonna drop in, just get a piece, but it does not, and it's 2-0. And here comes the 2-0. Misses upstairs, 3-0. I mean, I live like a few blocks from Hanwha Stadium. 네, 취소됐어요. And that's in there for a strike. Man, it's a 3-1 now. 광주 Kia Champions Field 배수는 정말 나봐요. As the 3-1 is right down the middle for a strike, and then we've got ourselves a full count. It's 3-2 now. Shea Ji-hoon popped up to the first baseman in his first at bat. Here comes the 3-2. That's going to be a ground ball, but it's a foul. 네, 맞아요. Yeah, I mean, the two really bad pitchers, the 3-2 is grounded through the right side, and he's got himself a 2-out single and the second hit of the day for the SSG Landers. You don't need one. Just come here, man. I got a full setup. I just got my last light came in today. I'm waiting on my barn doors. If anybody knows what that is, I'm waiting on my barn doors to come in on Thursday, as that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. All right, Shea Junu struck out looking in his first at bat, 0 for 1 on the day. Just have some speed over at first as he tries to back pick him and got him. And he's saying, "No, you didn't get me." Throw the pitch way out. Oh, and called him out, so they'll double check there. That is a tough play. That was an outside pitch. So lefties up at bat. That was an outside pitch, and he threw it behind. It was way outside. And he throws it behind the lefty. No, he threw it over the lefty's head. As Shea Jae-hoon wasn't able to get the left hand in. I think he's safe. The ball beat him. Definitely beat him. Did that get his sleeve? No, it did not get his sleeve. I think he's safe. It was not a great slide back. It was great hand usage. A great slide back, he would have hit the front corner of the bag. Because his left hand was beat the throw, but his right hand was so far back. No, I think if he slid with his right hand forward, I don't know why he was sliding with his left hand forward. He's, sliding back to the bag. You want to slide with your right hand forward because that's the closest to the bag. It was I'm just confused at that. As here comes the 1-1. They check over on him and he slides back in, and it's still 1-1. And he goes. It's a strike, and it's a absolute shot by the catcher. He is definitely out on that. And that'll be 2 or 3 away. But I it looked like OG Wan was tagging him and it kind of hit him a little bit. I don't know why he's grabbing his head. Do you think? It looked like he was grabbing his neck, but anyway, that'll be three away. They've gone to commercials, so they get a base runner. But yeah, it did. It looked awkward, but yeah. Oh, 48 pitches now. 18 more pitches there. 48 now. As they do get a hit, but a caught stealing as the throw was beauty. It's going to bring up the number 8 hitter for LG, the bottom of the lineup. Again, a guy that is DHing that has not hit yet this year in his career. The DH today for LG has never swung a bat, has never even been in a game in the KBO minus the Futures League. Did hit 290 last year and 370 this year. Maybe they'll show us a little replay a little bit after. Nope. Instead, we're just gonna see apparently a strike, I guess. Nope, a ball. As the next one we see is a strike. Once again, the Spo TV broadcast is super top notch, guys. They let you see replays instead of the live game, which everybody loves. A swing and a miss there, and it's now 1-2. So that was not my fault. The game came back in right as the ball was crossing the plates, and the 1-2 pitch in the dirt, and it's 2-2. So again, this is where Kim Kwon Hyun runs into a lot of issues. 아니요. 그냥 KBO 팬이에요. 제일 좋아하는 팀 없어요. All right, 2-2 pitch coming up, bottom of the third, and that's going to be a slow roller to the second baseman. He makes a weird play, but that'll be 2 away or 1 away. That was a very odd play by the second baseman there. He kind of like inside scooped. Okay, here's the replay. OG Wan's arm got him on as he was jumping over. All right, 1 away as Gubonyak looks at strike 1 at the bottom of the zone. And it's 0-1. And a popped foul, and it's 0-2. Gubonyak. Sets up on the outside, and the 0-2 misses outside on the fastball, and it's 1-2. 147 there. He's throwing way above his regular speed. He averages 144 with his 4-seam fastball, and the 1-2 pitch gets the curve, but gets a piece of it and stays 1-2. 40 pitches now for Kim Kwon Hyun, 31 through 2, 16 in the first, 15 in the second. Im Chang-gyu is sitting at 48, though. Make sure that that's correct. 왜 삭제했어요? As that is lifted into right field, and that will be A 1-out single by the number 9 hitter. And that flips the lineup back over, and she's so surprised. There's a Hanwha fan hanging out with an LG fan? Hanwha fan and an LG fan went into the stadium, and both of them came out wondering where the offense was. As Hong Chang-gi looks at just strike one on the outside. Yeah, you notice all of them are wearing brand new uniforms, though. None of them are wearing the classics. As the 0-1 pitch. Nope. A really bad pickoff move from a left-hander. That might be one of the worst left-handed pickoff moves I've ever seen. Hong Chang-gi. Hong Chang-gi. And the 0-1 misses low, 1-1. What is going to happen here? Again, he has a opponents hit 308 against him in the third inning. We got a single by the number 9 hitter, Hong Chang-gi. Now he singled in his first at bats. The 1-1 pitch checks over on the runner once again with absolutely a astounding pickoff move. All right, the 1-1 pitch sets up nowhere because he throws over to first base again. And these pitches, these are not even close. Like, he's 2 steps off, he makes a step over before the ball is ever out of his hand. He's almost back on the plate, on the base. So the 1-1 pitch finally, and he catches the outside corner on that curveball, and it's 1-2 now. And Kim Kwon-hyun throws that curveball 18% of the time. All right, the 1-2 pitch. And did he go around? He did not, and it's 2-2. Now they check. They check after the pitcher has the ball back. He did not go anyway. All right, the 2-2 pitch. And chops it foul, and we'll have another 2-2 pitch. Home Chang-gi. 3-3 game in Busan. Already 6 runs in that. KT's up 4-0 against Kium. As here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he fouls that away once again, giving a souvenir to the Landers fan who makes a nice catch out there. A nice catch by the Landers fan in his military uniform. Home Chang-gi. All right, here we go. Another 2-2 pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman, error on the second baseman. And that is, again, I talked about it earlier. The second baseman's fielding looks very, very awkward. He just tried to, instead of backhanding it and tossing to the shortstop, he tries to get in front of it and scoop it that way, and it hits off of his glove because he's going to his right, but obviously his glove is trailing him. He goes to his right instead of just making the backhand and then toss with the glove. And now they've got runners on second and first with just one out because of the error, as a time is called. Nope, not time. That is ball one. I just don't understand why the second baseman is going to be lifted into center field. He will make the catch. You tags up and will go to third base. And they've got runners at the corners now. The fly ball will make it to two away now, though, and Austin Dean will step in trying to get some runs here. Why is the why does the third base coach not telling him to get up? He doesn't need to slide. As a little pitching coach visits, seeing how they want to pitch to Austin Dean. Again, you've got a lefty on the mound, Kim Kwon Hyun, who did play in the MLB. So he is let me rephrase that. He was one of the better KBO pitchers. Uh, really only came back because there was the issues with Corona. Otherwise, he would have probably re-signed and stayed in Korea or in the U.S. pitching. He is not the same pitcher he was, but he is now going to face Austin Dean, who was also an MLB player, and so they're going to have to be careful with him, as he could easily make this a 3-0 game if he tries to beat him inside. He got him looking on a backdoor slider in his first at bat to make 2 outs in the first inning. Hong Chang-gi was on first base at that time too. So 304 on the season for Austin Dean, last year's RBI leader. And that just misses on the curveball low, and it's 1-0. 25 RBIs on this season, trailing just Diaz and Na-Sung Yup. Again, Diaz doesn't count. He plays in Samsung's banjo box field, as the 1-0 pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball through the left side. And just like that, they take advantage of the air, and LG takes the 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. Is an unearned run, but it is a run. That brings up a Moonbo Gyung. Hard to get 4 outs against any team. And Moonbo Gyung steps in. He popped up to the shortstop in his first at bat, 0 for 1 on the day, and that is in the dirt. And Hong Chang-gi faked it, but did not go. And it's 1-0. And the 1-0 misses outside, and now it's 2-0. I don't understand that play at second. I just don't. As the 2-0 catches inside, and it's 2-1. Kim Kwon Hyun now 23 pitches in this inning. Here comes pitch number 24. And misses upstairs, and it's 3-1. Kenny, I see you've got a big pitcher's duel down there in Busan. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 3-2 and a full count, ladies and gentlemen. First full count of the day for LG. I told you, Kenny. I told you. You just didn't want to listen. Here comes the 3-2 pitch to Moonbo Young. Sets up right down the middle. And that is ripped over the jumping first baseman. Hong Chang-gi is going to score. Austin Dean was off on the pitch, and he will come home to score. And it is 3-2 or 3-0 LG. A double there by the cleanup hitter puts LG up 3-0. And way up high, and now it's 1-0 to Pak Dong-won. Full count allowed Austin to be running from on the pitch, which allowed him to easily score. Easily in terms of watching him score, as he is huffing and puffing a little bit, and I probably would have fallen a rounding third base myself. Pak Dong-won, a 303 on the season. He has struck out to start the second inning, just last inning. Again, Kim Kwon-hyun, 3 strikeouts in last inning, as that catches the bottom, and it's a 2-1. Yeah, I think I'll pass on that. I'll go to that run club and wear my uniforms from every other team except Hanwha. Did that run club ever start? Yeah, big swing and a miss there. And it's 2-2. Might have actually tipped it. Oh, really? It's going to put a bit of a damper on my late night walks and runs, I guess. I have to find a different route so I don't go near the stadium. As the 2-2 pitch, 2 outs, runner on second, and fakes the throw back to Moonbo Young, and he hobbles back into second. All right, to the 2-2. Low and another full count. Sitting at 62 pitches now, just through 2 1/3 or 2 2/3 innings. And the 3-2 is into right field, and that is going to score another run. As Pak Dong-won is going to cruise into second base, and it is 4-0 LG. Weekday morning, that is not what I want to hear either. I wonder what's going to happen when, because you remember, Weiss wasn't here in the middle of the summer. he came later in the season. I wonder what's going to happen to their little run club once it's 140% humidity, as that is popped to left field, and that will be three away. But they get four, courtesy of an error, and that will take us to the fourth inning. It's 4-0 LG. Catch up on my stats here. They do have 5. Oh, it's not even cold. It's not even hot yet. I haven't even I haven't even put my air conditioner in. Oh, that is lovely. Yeah, I know. This is the fantastic weather. This is hoodies and jeans at night weather, not changing your shirt in the middle of the day because you thought about going outside. Oh, they are in for some fun. All right, I'm gonna check my stats here. All right, we be back, ladies and gentlemen. We be back. Top of the fourth now, as we'll get rid of that. Leading things off will be the number 2 hitter. Again, he was up whenever Che Ji Hoon was thrown out. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. 48 pitches for Im Chong Gyu, and now with a 4-run lead. All those runs were unearned, as that is in the dirt, and it's 1-1. Oh, 4 runs, all of them unearned in the bottom of the third. And that is going to be a ground ball. Shortstop grabs it, throws over, and that is 1 away. Yeah, I really don't understand the second baseman. I really don't understand it. It is so confusing watching that, whatever that was supposed to be. All right, Che Jung, that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Che Jung struck out in his first at bats, 0 for 1 on the day. And that is lifted into center field, over and 2 away. And it brings up the cleanup hitter. Quick inning here, 5 pitches and 2 outs for Im Chang Gyu. And he averages, I want to say, 15 pitches an inning. 18 in the first, 12 in the second, 18 in the third. He would love to get out of this with under 60 pitches to keep that 15 pitch average, as that is in there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. Han Yusum, double in his first at bat, 1 for 1 on the day, but was stranded over at seconds, as that is going to be ripped. And Austin Dean throws the glove up and makes the catch, as that will end the top of the fourth. We'll go to the bottom, and it's 4-0 LG. Throw the glove up and say, "Whoo, look what I found, ladies and gentlemen. It's a white ball with some red stitching." Quick inning there, as he just throws 7 pitches. Another 1, 2, 3. LG will have the 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up. As Kim Kwan Yun has 64 pitches through 3 innings, courtesy of that air. Elsewhere around the league, NC's up 4-3, but Lotte has a runner on first base with a 1 out in the bottom of the third. So 7 runs in just over 3.5 innings. Samsung's up 1-0 against Doosan, and then KT is up 4-0 against Kium. They're also in the bottom of the fourth. Obviously, the Lotte game is the slowest moving game, as they are a full inning behind this one, which is the second slowest moving game. SSG and LG usually are pretty quick with their games. So Lotte needs to win to keep up with LG. Samsung wants to win to try to close the gap again, with Hanwha having the day off because of the rain. I really think it was beneficial for Hanwha to have the day off. Otherwise they would have had to start Omsung Baek on Wednesday. But with that, they don't need to start him on Wednesday, because now they only have 4 days. They have Moon Dongju, Ponce, Weiss, and Ryun Jin, as that misses, and it's a 1-0. And that just catches the outside corner, and it's a 1-1 now. Song Chani steps in. He struck out looking in his first at-bats in the second inning, and the 1-1 is grounded but foul, and it's 1-2. Well, Hanwha, they used all their bullpen arms except for one guy yesterday. So the fact that they get a day off here is really beneficial, and it also helped them earlier in the week, having the rain outs. Is that is a swing and a miss, and that will be strikeout number 5. So Hanwha used a lot of their bullpen guys in the first 2 games of the LG series, and then were beneficial in having the rain out. Then yesterday they used their bullpen guys, all their bullpen guys again, and today they have a rain out, as that is lifted and just out of the reach of Go Myung Jun. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, if anything happens, I'll say something. I'll keep you updated on the scores every once in a while. All righty, here comes the 0-1 pitch, and that is lifted but foul again, and it's 0-2. 70 pitches. Can he get through? Can he get through the 5th? All righty, here comes the 0-2 pitch, and lays off of the lazy curve on the outside, and it's 1-2. Chops it foul, and it's another 1-2 pitch. Run that pitch count up if you are LG. Get into that SSG bullpen that is not very good. All right, the 1-2. That's going to be a liner into center field, and we've got another base runner for LG. His first career hit, ladies and gentlemen. His first career hit. This is where you retire. Say, I hit 500 in the KBO. Put me in the Hall of Fame. All right, that brings up Gubon Hyuk. Got the old plastic jackets out in the LG dugouts. And that misses low, 1-0. Kubonyuk singled in his first at bat, came around to score on the Austin Yes, on the Austin Dean single. And that is ripped into foul territory. That would have been trouble. Now he resets here. The 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside, and he goes there, and that is popped up to the right fielder, and 2 away. Brings the lineup back to the top as we've got Hong Chang-gi stepping in. He's been on base both times today. A single in the first inning and reached on the E4 that extended the inning. That again would have been an ending inning double play had the second baseman made the play. 235 on the season for Hong Chang-gi as they throw over to first to check on the DH. This is the inning that Kim Kwon-hyun really struggles with the most as they've flipped the lineup back over, and that misses low 1-0. Oh, Chungy. Like Lotte has already gone into their bullpen also, as here comes the 1-0 right down the middle, 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be a chopper. The shortstop grabs it, tosses to the second baseman, and that will be 3 away. We'll go to the fifth. It's 4-0 LG. They strand another one, ladies and gentlemen. They strand another one. They left 3 on base so far today. A little bit better inning there as he's now sitting at 79. Still 15 pitches there. 79 pitches. I imagine he'll come back out for the fifth, and that will be it for him. As long as he doesn't run into any issues. Who's coming up? It'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters for SSG making their way out into the batter's box today. AI Total Care. Seta Concho. Washer and dryer is what that means. If anybody's wondering. How many Mission Impossible movies have there been? Like, at what point do you realize that they're not impossible? Alrighty, here comes the first pitch. Go Myung-jun looks at the ball 1 low, and it's 1-0. Go Myung-jun flew out to left field in his only bat in the second inning. He's 0 for 1, and a swing and a miss there, and it's 1-1 now. All right, the 1-1 pitch runs inside, and it's 2-1. Oh, Changi. Na, 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 na. And that's lifted into the gap, and that is going to one hop to the center fielder. He's going to round first, but head back. And he is on base with a leadoff single. All right, Pak Sung Han steps in. He walked in his first at bat, looks at strike one there, and it's on 1. Walked on 4 pitches back in the second inning. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball. The second baseman makes the diving stop, throws to first, and that's will be 1 away. The runner will advance to second base, but a diving stop by the second baseman keeps it 1 out. Or makes it 1 out, one of the two. All right, Kim Sung Hyun steps into the box. He is not having a good day, ladies and gentlemen. Not having a good day. Back in the second inning, SSG was threatening runners on first and second with the 1 out, and he grounds into a 5-4-3 double play. Then in the bottom of the inning, in the bottom of the third inning, he has a crucial error that allows 4 runs to score for LG. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Throws across the diamond, and that will be 2 away. They are now 0 for 4 with runners on base and 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. All right. Misses outside, 1-0. Shinbom Su steps in. He popped up to the third baseman in his first at bats, 0 for 1, and now hitting right at the Mendoza line at the 200 as he rips that one, but foul, and it's 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch catches the bottom of the zone, and it's 1-2. Here comes pitch number 67, ladies and gentlemen. Put it on the board. It's going to be a strikeout. Telling you now, pitch number 67. Here it comes. And the 1-2 pitch. Nope, not a strikeout. It's going to be a fly out to right field. And that will be 3 away. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. It's all LG, 4-0. Another leadoff hit and another 0 for after that, as they are now 0 for 5 with runners on base, 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position, and Im Chong-gyu is sitting beautifully with his pitch count at 67 through 5 innings versus Kim Kwon-hyun, who is sitting at 78 through just the 4 innings. SSG or LG will have the 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up here in the bottom of the 5th before we head to our little 5th inning stretch. Elsewhere around the league, it's still 4-3 NC and Lotte. Lotte is now up in the bottom of the 4th. Samsung still up 1-0 as it looks like they are probably in their break. Then Looks like KT still up 4-0 against QM in the top of the fifth with 2 outs. So two games are nice as NC versus Lotte. Obviously, a not going to be a pitcher's duel with a bullpen pitcher and a number 5 starter. And then the Samsung Doosan game is 1-0. Doosan on the mound, they had Chae Sung Young. He's given up 3 hits, but they've scored a run. Samsung has Reyes on the mound. He's given up 4 hits, but Doosan has not scored any. And so we are finally back. So 5 strikeouts for Kim Kwon Hyun, but 4 unearned runs has blown this game open as Kim Hyun Soo steps in for the LG Twins. That is in there for a strike. It just catches the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1 as the gnats and bugs are flying around home plates. 295 on the season for Kim Hyun Soo. 0 for 2 on the day. He lined out to the second baseman in his first at bats as he looks at ball one way outside, 1-1. And then he flew out to center field in his last at bats. Ended up moving the runner over to third base though, and that misses outside again. And it's 2-1 now. Have to think this will be his last inning, unless he can get out of it under 90 pitches. And the 2-1 that has popped up and might be a little trouble. Second baseman and shortstop out, and that will be 1 away. One away as Austin Dean steps in. RBI single and a run scored in his last at bat. A strikeouts looking in his first. With the pink and white gloves. He misses outside. He tried to backdoor a first strike slider, but misses. 310 on the season for Austin Dean. I believe he is now tied for second with RBIs in the league. And that misses outside again. 2-0. And the 2-0 misses low, and now it's 3-0. He is not missing by much, ladies and gentlemen. He is not missing by much. And that is in there for a strike, a little get me over, and it's 3-1 now. 3-1, and that's lifted into center field, and that will be 2 away. And brings up a Moonbo Young, who had the big hits last inning, or his last at bat. 1 for 2 on the day. He popped up to the shortstop in his first at bat. Second at bat was the 2 RBI double. Then also came around to score on the Pak Dong Wan double that followed him. And that is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. 305 on the season for the third baseman, and the 0-1 pitch low, and it's 1-1. It look like they're going up there. They're not really swinging very much on the sliders, which is not good for Kim Kwon Hyun, who throws mainly sliders. I don't know what that pitch was because, well, we didn't get to see it because Spo TV wanted to throw up an advertisement for motor oil. And the 2-1 sets up right down the middle, and that is into the dirt. Bounces off the dirt into the umpire's shin, and it's 3-1. Doosan just took the lead. And here comes the 3-1. Low, ball 4. That brings up the number 5 hitter, Pak Dong Wan, as the bullpen is getting active for SSG. So Doosan just took the lead on a Yang Yi 2-run homer in the top of the sixth, and Lotte just tied it in the bottom of the fourth on a Yugong Nam a solo shot. So apparently the catchers are hitting some home runs today. Doosan goes from trailing to takes the lead with a home run by the catcher, and then Lotte ties up their game with a home run by the catcher. All right, here we go. Pak Dong Wan steps in, a RBI double in his last at bats. Looks at strike one on the outside, and it's 0-1. 1 for 2 on the day. RBI double after the Moonbo Young 2-run scoring double. Strikeout in his first at bats. And the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. All right, here comes the 0-2. Sets up way outside. A swing and a miss. That'll end it for Kim Kwon Yun. He'll end up with 6 strikeouts on 96 pitches. He gives up 4 runs, but they're all unearned. We'll take a little bit of a break. I'll be back in a few. So do whatever you need to do. No, they suck. All right, Im Chong Yu still out there, 67 pitches through the first five, and that is in there for strike, and that's 0-1. So Pak Min is in center field now as he takes over for Song Chan Yi, and that is ball one up high. And misses low, 1-1. Sorry, 2-1. Kim Song Yoon struck out in his first at bat. As that is low again, and it's 3-1. Righty, here comes the 3-1 pitch. In there for a strike, and it's 3-2. God, somebody needs to take the peanut butter away from him, man. Listen to him. A 3-2, a beautiful curveball. That's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop, picks it up, throws, and that will be one away. Che Ji Hoon will step in, the center fielder for SSG. 1 for 2 on the day. He singled in his last at bat back in the third base, but was thrown out trying to steal. Popped up to the first baseman in his first at bats. As here comes the pitch in there for a strike, and it's 0-1 on the changeup. Another beautiful curveball in there. 94 kilometers an hour. 94 kilometers an hour, ladies and gentlemen. That is a 59 mile an hour curveball as he slaps that next one right back up the middle. And he is on base for the second time today. $59-mile-an-hour curveball. Like Zach Greinke-esque there. A little mound visit. They're probably just talking about what they're going to do for dinner. Che Ji-hoon doing his best attempt at growing facial hair. Still haven't figured out why the LG manager is still in the dugouts. I haven't heard anything about his punishments for trying to fight the umpire, as that misses low, and it's 1-0. Che Junu, 0 for 2 on the day, struck out looking in his first at bats, a 6-3 ground out in his second at bat. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. Sets up on the inside and runs it up high, though, and it's 2-0. And here comes the 2-0 pitch. And up high, and it's 3-0. 3-0 pitch coming up. Number 80 on the day for Im Chong Yu was Che Ji Hoon. A little 1-out single back up the middle. They'll check on him over there at first. He's easily back in. And we'll do this again. Right down the middle. And it's a 3-1 now. KT putting the whip on the heroes. They're now up 6-0 with runners on second and third in the bottom of the fifth with one out. And here comes up high, and now you've got runners on first and second with just one out. So they'll take a little mound visit. Brings up a Che Jung. Che Jung again can make this a 1-1 game very, very easily. I don't know if you're talking about baseball or if you're talking about the soccer game, Alan. Ryan's mound visit here. 81 pitches for Im Chang-gyu. Quick outs, but running into some issues and now with the walk and bringing up a Che Jung. So they'll have the 3-4-5s attempting to get out of this without giving up any runs. 81 pitches now for Im Chang-gyu. And that is going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Throws to second, and the throw to first in time. And that's will end the inning on the 6-4-3 double play. Second time today they have had runners on first and second with one out and hit into a double play. And we will go to the bottom of the sixth. Once again, they get a runner on base and immediately suck. As they are now 0 for 6 with runners on base, 0 for 5 with the runners in scoring position. Elsewhere, NC just took the lead to 5-4 in the top of the fifth. How did they do that? That would be a solo shot by Davison. Doosan's up 3-1 in the top of the sixth. They still have a runners on first and third with only one out. Samsung has gone to their bullpen. And then KT's up 6-0 in the bottom of the fifth. And they also have runners on second and third with just one out for Kim Min Hyuk, who is up. So the other games seem to be getting a little offensive heavy, shall we say. I have to think that we're going to get a new pitcher here for SSG. I can't imagine they're going to keep him out there. But they are because, what would I know? Did I hit the wrong button? No, I did not. So 96 pitches so far for Kim Kwon Hyun. And they're going to send him back out there to face the 6, 7, 8 hitters. Maybe they're just sending him out there to face the two lefties. As the 1-0 swing and a miss there, 1-1. 98 pitches now. 258 on the season. Have to think that if anybody gets on base that he is done. And that misses low. 2-1. That shows how much confidence you have in your pitcher or your bullpen, one of the two. The 2-1 and misses upstairs, and it's 3-1. Oops, wrong side. And the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at ball 4. Runs the count full. Oh for 2 on the day for OG Wan. A strikeout and a fly out to left. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. fouls it away, and another 3-2 pitch coming up into the dugout. Looks like Handu Sol is warming up for SSG, and I couldn't read the name on the other one. All righty, here comes the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that will be his 7th strikeouts. I still can't believe they sent him back out there. That, ladies and gentlemen, will bring up Hakemin. That's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Throws, and that is 2 away. And right back to him, and he'll underhand toss, and that will be 3 away. That takes us to the bottom of the 6th. And my buttons aren't working. This is annoying. There we go. Bottom of the 6th. It is 4-0 LG. All right, sorry about that. I was trying to fix something. Im Jong Chan is still out there. And Han Yu Som leading off here in the 7th inning. There we go. And the 1-0 pitch misses low, 2-0. Rio now. Sorry, I had to. I was trying to help somebody out as the 3-0 right down the middle. He wanted to swing at it, but it is now 3-1. The 3-1. in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's now 3-2. And the 3-2 misses low, and a ball. I got too much going on right now. Okay, now I think I'm back. Go Myung Jun steps in. He's a 1 for 2 on the day, and they're gonna have a little. I think that'll be it for him on the mound. Nope, he's got one run, one visit left. So he goes out to talk to him in the super quilted padded vest and the old jokey. Nope, that'll be it for him. And we'll have a mound visits and a pitching change here in the top of the seventh. I imagine Kim Jin Sung will take over. See who we got coming in. Why aren't my buttons working? Don't know who's coming in yet, so we'll just clear everything out and wait for them to finally update the app. Since the KBO update on their apps is the slowest thing in the world. There we go. Kim Jin Song, just like I thought. Thought that was him running out. I don't know all the players' movements quite perfectly. No, Kim Jin Song will come out onto the mound to try to keep this game scoreless for LG. Final line on Im Jong Gyu, 6+ innings. He is responsible for the runner over at first. 88 pitches for him, 52 for strikes, 4 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Currently, no runs given up. Elsewhere around the league, KT's up 8-0. NC's up 5-4 in the bottom of the fifth. And Doosan is now up 6-1 against Samsung. All right. So Kim Jin Sung out on the mound, 8 holds in 16 games, 15 and 2/3 innings, 17 strikeouts. He is trying to make sure that he comes out at least 90 games this season, apparently. As the first pitch is popped up as first baseman under it and makes the catch. 1 away. Kim Jin Song, second in the league with holds at 8. Han Sung Hyuk at 7, right behind him for Hano. All right, Pak Song Han steps in. He's 0 for 1 and looks at the ball 1, and it's 1-0. He walked in his first at bat, a 4-3 ground out in his last at bats, hitting a 202 on the season now. And offense is down pretty much everywhere around the league as the 1-0 pitch catches the bottom of the zone, and it's 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside, misses outside, and it's 2-1. I need to get a water sponsor. So I quit spending so much money on bottles of water. All right, the 2-1 misses outside, and it's 3-1. 3-1 pitch sets up right down the middle, and he fouls it back. And it's a 3-2. Dr. Pepper Zero sponsorship. I don't know why my chair always spins this way, but the 3-2 pitch way up high, and that's going to be ball 4. His second walk of the day. They've got runners on first and second once again. Again, they've had first and second with 1 out twice today, and both times have been inning-ending double plays. Will it happen again? Kim Sung-hyun was one of the other ones that had it. And he 5-4-3 double play in his first at bats, and that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. So Kim Sung-hyun, 268 on the season, a 4.63 or a 5.43 double play. Back in the second when SSG had runners on first and second, nobody out. Looks at strike 1 there, and it's 0-2. Then a 6-3 ground out back in the 5th inning when they had a runner on first base. So he has stranded 3 runners himself today. As here comes the 0-2 pitch up high, 1-2. SSG on the day 0 for 6 with runners in a scoring position or runners on base. 0 for 5 with runners on base as McBroom is in the hole, ladies and gentlemen. And the 1-2, that's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman makes the play, but he's not going to be able to do anything with it. He saved a run there as that will be an infield hit. Moon Bo-kyung makes the play, but that will go down as an infield single as he slips on, looks like he slips onto the dirt and can't get back up to his feet in time to make the throw. He going to his right. He ended up getting off balance and ended up falling. Is what looks like it happened. All right, now you've got the bases loaded and only 1 out. That brings up the catcher, Shinbom Soo. 0 for 2 on the day. Oh, no, we're going to have a pinch hitter here as Ote Gon steps in and he looks at ball 1 low and it's 1-0. All righty, here comes the 1-0 pitch. Misses up high and it's 2-0. Getting into a nice little bullpen game here. This season, he is hitting 1,000 against the current reliever. 175 on the season, though. And here comes the 2-0 pitch. Misses upstairs, and now it's 3-0. Kim Jin-sung running into some control issues. He's already walked 1, gave up an infield single. And now he's got a 3-0 count with the bases loaded. And the 3-0 misses way inside, and that will score a run. And the shutout is over as they walk in a run here at the top of the 7th. 1 hit, but they've got a run. That's going to bring up the number 9 hitter, but we might have a pinch hitter here also. So McBroom will be coming in. What are they going to do here? They've got gloves on, ladies and gentlemen. They got coats and gloves on. And some people are talking about it's hot and humid out. that'll be it for him. And we'll have another pitching change as McBroom will step in to face whoever the new pitcher is. Old McBroom. Wait, what's going on here? Old McBroom. First time I'm going to be seeing him. Oops, not McRoom, McBroom. Oh, that's right. All right, it's coming out to pitch to try to clean things up. I'm still waiting for the announcement there. So they finally get a hit with runners on base. It's an infield single, doesn't score anybody, and then an RBI on the walk gets them their first run. All right, Kim Kong-yul will come in. So Hong Chang-gi or Im Chang-gyu does have his line final now. Six innings, 6+ innings, 88 pitches, 60 or 52 for strikes, 4 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 1 run given up. McBroom will face Kim Kong-yul. 235 on the season, 1 win, 1 save, 1 hold, 8 games, 7 2/3 innings, 7 strikeouts, 5 walks, a 179 batting average against, and a 1.3 whip. McBroom on the season. Again, he's just a temporary replacement, hitting at 208 on the season. Does have 2 home runs, though. Again, a home run here would take the lead. He has 5 hits on the season, 2 home runs, but they were both 11 strikeouts, though. As here comes the first pitch in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. 5 hits, 205 or 208 on the season, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs for the temporary replacements, waiting for Heredia to come back from injury. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball. 6, 4, 3, double play. And that will end the 7th inning for SSG as they hit into their 3rd inning-ending double play on the day. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 4-1 LG. That, ladies and gentlemen, is not how you earn yourself a roll. Yeah. Wow. They have now had runners on first and second, 1 out, 5-4-3 double play in the second. They had runners on first and second with 1 out in the 6th, 6-4-3 double play. Now they have a runner, the bases loaded with 1 out and a 6-4-3 double play. They have 1 hit on the day with runners on base. They've left 5 on base so far today. Again, they've only had base runners in 4 innings. 3 of those innings, they had runners in scoring position and ended up with what? An inning double play. So we'll have some changes somewhere around here. I can't imagine that Kim Kwon-hyun is still going to be out there. I'm going to say that now. He can't. There's no way he can be out there. He's thrown 104 pitches, 105 pitches. I cannot imagine that he is going back out there. But I've seen some dumber things in my life. So Hondu Sol will come out for SSG. Hondu Sol. I'll get you his 5.91 ERA, 2-0 on the season, one save, two holds, 17 games, 10 and 2/3 innings, 12 strikeouts, 7 walks, a 370 batting average against, and a 2.7 whip. I think that was what it said. And Gubonyak looks at the first pitch, and it's in there for a strike. And the 0-1 is lifted foul, and it's 0-2. Gubonyak 1 for 2 on the day. He flew out to right in his last at bat, singled and scored the game, the go ahead run back in the third inning. Looks at ball one there, and it's 1-2 now. So Triple J will move over to second base. So we'll have a handful of changes for the SSG lineup. Jung Jun J, but he is over at second base now. And then Jo Hyung-woo is back behind the plate, says that is outside, and now it's a 2-2. So give me just a sec as I finish the rest of these. Madness is upstairs, and we've got a full count. Jo Hyung-woo. And that means that Kim Sang-hyun is over at third base now. And that is going to be lifted into right field. Han Yu-sum over and under it. And that is one away. Flips the lineup back over to Hong Chang-gi as Kim Min-sung is hoping for a Hong Chang-gi home run. All right, I think I've got it fixed now. I think everything's current. All right, Hong Chang-gi 1 for 3 on the day. He singled in his first at bat as he looks at strike one there on the inside corner. He singled in his first at bat, was stranded. It reached on an air back in the third inning, came around to score, and then a 6-4 ground out in the fourth. And the 0-1 is slapped foul into the netting, into the little exciting zone, is what I guess I'll call it. All righty, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Maybe. Still got his glove up to his ear. Here we go. And the 0-2 runs inside, and it's 1-2. What was his injury? And the 1-2 pitch is lifted into shallow center field. And no 1-2 away. Another infield pop up. And that brings up the number 2 hitter, Kim Hyun-soo. Kim Hyun-soo, 0 for 3 on the day, popped up to shortstop in his last at bat to fly out to center and a liner to the second baseman. He is squaring up the ball fairly well, hitting right back up the middle, but has not found any grass yet. 292 on the season for the left fielder, former Philadelphia Philly and Boston Oriole. As here comes the pitch and low, and it's 1-0. Handu Sol doing his best to put on some facial hair. And that is going to be lifted into a center field once again. And that will be 3 away. 1, 2, 3 goes the LG Twins for just the third time today. We'll go to the eighth inning. It's 4-1 LG. Hong Chang-yi did not hit a home run. All right. So what do we got here? We've got the top of the lineup coming up for SSG. They'll have the 1, 2, 3 coming up against. I don't know if Kim Kong Yo will stay out there. Elsewhere around the league, KT's now up 8-0 against Kium. NC's up 8-4 against Lotte. And Doosan is up 6-1 against Samsung. This is the closest game there is, ladies and gentlemen. One earned run in this entire game, and it is the closest game in the league. NC is threatening with more. They've got a runner on second with nobody out. NC's offense is pretty much taken over. Everyone in their offensive starting lineup now has a hit. Ray is struggling for Lotte, 0 for 3 on the day. All right, Kim Kong Yul is still out there. As the top of the eighth, he'll face the 1, 2, 3 hitters. Moonsung Ju over in left field as he takes over for Kim Hyun Soo. And that's in there for a strike on the outside corner. And here we go. The 0-1 pitch. Swings and misses at the curveball in the dirt. And it's 0-2. Na 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 Hong Chang-yi. Alrighty, here we go. The 0-2 pitch to Che Ji-hoon, 2 for 3 on the day. And goes upstairs. Did he go around? I don't think he did. And the third base umpire says no. And the 1-2 sets up on the inside corner. And he chops that into the mask of the catcher, and it stays 1-2. Na, 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 home chunk. Been a quick moving game here, just over 2 hours, and already in the top of the eighth, the fastest game in the day. And the 1-2 pitch is fouled away once again, and another 1-2 pitch. Alrighty, here comes the 1-2 pitch. He's tapping the glove on the ground. He misses very, 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 very badly. And it's 2-0, 2-2. All right, the 2-2 pitch. That is ripped into the right field, and another hit for Che Ji-hoon as he is on base for the third time today with another single. That brings up Che Jun-woo, who is 0 for 2 on the day. What will he do here as he's getting his sliding gloves on? Che Jun-woo, 0 for 2, did walk in his last at bats, and that is in the dirt, and it's 1 0. 234 on the season for the left fielder. All right, the 1 0 pitch sets up on the inside once again. And he lifts that one to left. Moon Sung Ju over and makes the catch and 1 away. As they continue to not hit where the runner's on base. Now 1 for 10 with runners on base. Shea Jung steps in now. He grounded into a 6-4-3 inning ending double play back in the sixth with runners on first and second. As that is going to be a ground ball, a 6-4-3 inning ending double play again. The fourth inning ending double play on the day for SSG. We'll go to the bottom of the eighth. It's 4-1 LG. Good Lord. Wow. Absolute wow. 4 double plays today. Run back in the second inning, runners on first and second with 1 out. And they hit into a 5-4-3 double play to end the inning. Then in the sixth, they got runners on first and second with 1 out, and they hit into an ending 6-4-3 double play. Last inning, they had the bases loaded with 1 out and hit into a ending 6-4-3 double play. Then here in the eighth, they've got 1 on and 1 out, and they hit into an 6-4-3 inning ending double play. Wow. That is rough. What are they hitting with runners in scoring position? SSG is last in the league with runners in scoring position, and it really shows. Coming into this game, they were hitting at 233 with runners in scoring position. That is going to drop. They were hitting 182 on the season with pinch hitters. That will also drop. As Chae-hyun Suk will come in. 1 game, 1 inning, ERA of 0. Get that changed for you. He'll face Austin to he said it hit his helmet. The umpire's like, no, it didn't. No, that was his bat hit his helmet. It was he spun away from the ball, and it was his he thought it hit him, but on the first replay there, it looks like It was his helmet that, or his bat that hit his helmet. All right. I always wonder how much these players and especially the umpires actually understand English because Austin is trying to talk to him in English there. As here comes the 1-0, and that is going to be lifted into center field over, and that's one away. All right. The Moonbow Young steps in. He's 1 for 2 on the day. He'll pop up to the shortstop in his first at bats. Walked in his last at bat, but he had the big hits in the third inning. A 2 run scoring a double, and then actually came around to score himself. And the 1-2 ground ball, shortstop waits on it, throws, and that's is 2 away. That brings up. I keep hitting him, put him in the wrong spots. That brings up the number 5 hitter, Pak Dong Wan, who is 1 for 2 on, or 1 for 3 on the day. 2 strikeouts, strikeout in the second, strikeout in the fifth, but an RBI double back in the third, and that misses outside, and it's 1-0. And in the 1-0, that's going to be a ground ball back through the middle, and he will be on base for the second time today with a 2 out single. That brings up the number 6 hitter, OG Wan, who is 0 for 3 on the day. All right, sets up right at the waist, and the pitch way low, and it's 1-0. OG1 0 for 2, over 3 on the day, 255 now on the season. Struck out in the second, struck out in the sixth, and a fly out to left back in the third. And the 1-0, a beautiful curveball in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. And the 1-1 sets up right at the waist again and misses badly again. And it's 2-1. The LG cheerleaders with their plastic jackets on. And here comes the 2-1 pitch. Sets up a little farther outside. And big, beautiful curveball in there for a strike. And it's 2-2. He just looks lost on anything off speed. I think you got to go back to that curveball outside. They set up a little outside and misses outside with, I think that was a changeup. And it's now full count 3-2. He struck out swinging on a full count in his last at bats. as the fourth full count of the day for LG. Two doubles in the first two, and then a strikeout in the third one. Here comes the fourth one, and the 3-2 pitch, and fouled away, and it stays 3-2. Give a little souvenir to the LG or the SSG fans over on the third base side. Yeah. Mm, I don't know what we're doing here. The umpire is working on his dance moves, I guess. Not entirely sure what he's doing. All righty, here we go. The 3-2 pitch. Runner on first will be off. And he slaps it foul on ball four. And almost hits the cheer captain over there. And he is way, way off on anything off speed. I would not throw him a fastball. He's been sitting fastball all day and has been fooled a lot on anything off speed. Sets up right down the middle and he rips the fastball foul as he was way in front of it. Don't listen to me. It's only like I know exactly what I'm talking about. All righty, here we go. Another 3-2 pitch coming up. All right, the 3-2 sets up right down the middle, and he fouls it away again. Catcher's going to be out of breath over there, constantly taking off. All right, here we go. 3-2 pitch again. Sets up on the outside. And that's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman over to his left. Throws, and that will be three away. We'll go to the ninth. SSG's got to score three before they give up three. And they do it. Destroying another one. Now that is the fifth runner they have left on base. Outside of the third inning, yeah, Samsung's down 6-1. The Samsung bullpen choked it away. Reyes ended up giving up 4 runs. He left with only 2, but the Samsung bullpen gave up a hits to end up giving up some runs there. Doosan's up 6-1 in the bottom of the 8th now. NC's up 8-4 in the bottom or the top of the 7th. And Lotte games are not measured by hours; they're measured by rotations around the sundial. KT's up 8-0 against Kium and threatening with more as they've got the runners on first and second, bottom of the 7th with just 1 out. So this is again still the closest game of the day, surprisingly. As again, LG has not particularly played well. Uh they yes, they're leading, but all of their runs are unearned. They have 3 hits with runners on base on the day. All of those were after it should have been 3 outs. Number 4 hitter, they'll have a 4, 5, a 6 coming up. And the closer out on the mound, Jong Hyun Sheik, 174 ERA on the season. A pickup in the offseason. Took him from Kia. that is low, ball one. And the 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be a single into left field as he is on base for the third time today. Can they get a run in without hitting into a inning double play? And that'll be it for Han Newsom. Pinch runner over there on first base. And that brings up Gong Young Jun. Looks at ball one on the outside, 1-0. No, running now for Han Sung over at first. I'll get that changed. And the 1-0 right down the middle, 1-1. And Kim Chang Pyong. I believe that is the first time I have ever heard that name. Chang Pyong. All righty, here we go. The 1-1 pitch to the first baseman, and he lifts that one, but foul and out of play, and it's 1-2. And a swing and a miss, and that'll be strikeouts number one, outs number one. And they are down to 2 outs. Is here we go. That brings up Pak Sung Han. Pak Sung Han 0 for 1 on the day. He's grounded into a 4-3 putouts back in the fifth inning, but also walked twice. Again, both times he has walked has been double plays, as that misses low, 1-0. Still 202 on the season. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. Sets up on the outside. And misses bad, but it's inside and a strike, and it's 1-1. Sets up on the outside corner, it leaks it into the middle, but just clips the inside corner, and it's 1-1. And here he goes. He sets up right down the middle, right at the old quaddies, and that is low, and he swings and fouls it away, 1-2. All right, now we got the 1-2 pitch. Sets up a low once again, and the 1-2 in the dirt, and it gets away, and then he's gonna run over to second base. And they've got a runner in scoring position, and more importantly, it takes away the double play. More importantly, it takes away the double play. All right, the 2-2 pitch now sets up right down the middle once again. Low, did he go around? I think he did. Throws over to first base, and that will be two away. Strikeout in the dirts. Throws over to first, and two away. They're down to their final outs as Kim Sung Hyun steps in. He is the only hits that SSG has had with runners on base, as it was an infield single with runners on first and second. He is again. He had the error that allowed four LG runs to score. As that is a line shot right back to the pitcher off of his glove, recovers, and that will go down as a 1-3 putouts and the end of the game. Once again 0 for 3 in the inning with runners on base. 0 for 1 with or 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position. They just they were awful, awful, awful with runners on base. I mean, both teams were just awful with runners on base. You can put that to the pitchers. You can push it to Presson or whatever you want to push it to. LG finally snaps their losing streak. Again, they had lost 5 straight. They had gone from a 6 game, I think like a 5 or 6 game lead in from first to seconds, and it's dwindled down to a half game. Lotte and Samsung will probably both lose today, which means they will move up to 1 game above Hanwha. Hanwha will be in second by themselves with a down 1 game, and then Lotte. I'll go over that in just a bit. But really, the thing about the game was, if you look there in the third inning, that 4 runs by LG is obviously the difference in the game, not only because of, that's the only 4 they scored, but they had, so what they had was a 4-3 ground out by the number 8 hitter, then a single by Gubon Hyuk. Then Hong Chang-gi hits a slow roller up the middle. And actually, if we go back an inning, that same inning. So let's start back at this inning. The leadoff batter in the third inning, Song Young Soo, grounds out a 4-3 ground out, and I mentioned it looked really awkward. The way the second baseman made that play, he went to his left, but his glove, like or he went to his right, but instead of backhanding, he was a really awkward looking play. And I mentioned it when it happened because it looked so strange. Then you have a runner on first base after the Gubon Hyuk single, and then Hong Chang-gi hits a ball back up the middle. It was a double play ball. But instead of backhanding it, he again made this really awkward movement with his body and tried to get in front of the ball. He misses the ball, and that caused the error, which allowed runners on first and second. Should have been out of the inning with a 4-6-3 double play, but instead you now have runners on first and second with just 1 out. Kim Hyun-soo flies out to center field, and Gubon Hyuk was able to tag up, move to third base, which means they now have runners on the corner with 2 outs and that 3-4-5 hitters coming up. Austin comes through with a single and an RBI to put LG up 1-0. And then from there, Moon Bok-young comes up with a 2-run scoring double that puts them up 3-0. And then right after that, Park Dong-won puts another double over to the right field fence, and that puts them up 4-0. Those were the only 3 hits they had all day with runners on base. Okay. Outside of those 3 hits, they actually go 0 for 10 with runners on base. That was the only time they had runners in scoring position, was because of the error. They did not have any hits with runners on base. They didn't have Again, those 3 hits were after what would have been the end of the inning, and the only 3 hits they had with anybody on base, the only 3 hits they had with anybody in runners in scoring position, because that was the only inning they had anybody with runners in scoring position. SSG, on the other hand, had a ton of opportunities. They in the second inning they had a leadoff double, and they go 0 for 2 with a inning 5-4-3 double play with the runners on first and second and 1 out. Then in the third inning, they end up with a 2 out single, but he gets caught stealing. Then in the fifth inning, they got a runner on first, and they go 0 for 3. He moved over to second base on a 4-3 ground out by Pak Sung Han, and so they go 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position. Then the next inning, they have a 1 out single and a walk, puts runners on first and second with 1 out, and a 6-4-3 double play by Che Jung. Then in the next inning, in the seventh inning, they have a walk, a single. The only single, again, it was a hard hit ball. Third baseman Moon Bo Young makes the play, but he was off balance and ended up falling, so he wasn't able to get his balance and touch third base to get the lead runner. Then a walk after that scored the only SSG run. Then a bases loaded 1 out, 6-4-3 double play ends the threat again. Then in the eighth, they have a runner on first, and they go 0 for 2 because they hit into another 6-4-3 double play. They have a leadoff single in the eighth. And what do? Strikeout, 1-3 ground out. So they end up going with runners on in scoring or runners on base. They go, quick calculation here, 1 for 14 with 4 inning double plays. With runners, that's with runners on base. They go 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position, with 3 inning double plays. So just bad situational hitting from both teams. But the error on the second baseman ends up allowing 4 unearned runs to score, meaning Kim Kwon-hyun takes another loss. He went 6 innings, came back out for the 6th, which was very, very strange to me, as he was at 96 pitches through 5 innings. Came out to pitch the 6th, 105 pitches, 6 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, but he gave up 4 runs. Again, all of them unearned. Kim Chang-gyu pitched a little better. 6 innings from him, 88 pitches. Did have some control issues, though. 4 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 1 unearned or 1 run. As after he walked Han Yu-sum, they pulled him, but he ended up coming around to score on the walk by Shin Bum-soo, or Otagon, I think. So LG gets the win. They stopped their 5-game losing streak. They moved to 21. What does that say there? 21-12. They will be 1 game ahead of Hanwha. Lotte has a chance to win to stay within half a game, but currently they are down 9-4 in the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs and nobody on. Samsung, who started the game in 1.5 down back in 4th place, they're down 6-1 in the bottom of the 9th with 1 out, so they're probably going to lose that game also. And then KT, the number 5 team, who is 4 games out of first place, they're currently up 9-0 in the bottom of the 8th, so they should go ahead and win that game. So LG should be in first. Hanwha will be in second, a game behind LG. Lotte will be in third, a game and a half behind LG. Samsung will be in fourth, 2 games behind LG, and KT will be in fifth, 4 games behind LG. Elsewhere, yeah, So tomorrow I will be back. Tomorrow I will be doing, and I was going to do SSG versus LG, but because of today's game being canceled between Hanwha and Kia, I will be doing the Hanwha Kia game tomorrow because Ponce versus Nail, two of the top foreign starters in the league. And also, you have the defending champions with the biggest surprise. I wouldn't even say the biggest surprise team. Again, I thought they would make the playoffs this year, but and it's surprising to see them that high. Again, they lead the league. I think they have 11 come from behind victories. The next closest is like six. So they have been getting to bullpens late. Kia has a very bad bullpen. So even if Hanwha does take a, or Kia does take a lead, you have no idea what's going to happen with it. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow, a 2 o'clock game tomorrow. Hanwha versus Kia, Ponce versus Nail on the mound in Guangzhou. Thank you guys for tuning in. And as always, until next time.